The Prime Minister took questions from me at Sky News' second annual Australia's Economic Outlook event in Sydney on Friday and made headlines with these pointed remarks about Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe when I asked how last month's budget got it wrong on interest rates.
Why did the budget predict the cash rate to stay at 3.85%? I mean, it's wrong a month later.
Well, that's a question for the Treasury Department, and I'm sure Mr Kennedy will be able to answer that. That's not the only prediction on interest rates that have not been correct. It's not as incorrect as the one saying there'd be no increases till 2024. So these things are all relative.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Is he gone then, Philip Lowe?
Those decisions, down the track.
Mid-year, the Treasurer said, so it's kind of mid-year, I was thinking.
Not really. Not really.
Well, the PM also defended the government's same job, same pay legislation against claims from business it will harm productivity. Philip Lowe is among those who say you cannot have a wages push without a productivity increase, and the government needs to do more in this department. And productivity was down 4.6% last year.
Is there a wage price spiral?
Well, no.
Saying here on the record we won't have a wage price spiral.
Well, there isn't a wage price spiral.
There could be, though.
There could be.
The way you're going, perhaps.
No. Look, there isn't one. There isn't one. And there hasn't been one for a long period of time. I'm optimistic, and I'm not one who talks down the economy.
And I question the PM on his promise to have 80% of Australia's electricity grid powered by renewables by 2030 and the government's seemingly unmeetable promise that they will be reducing power prices by $275 by 2025.
The way transmission's going, the construction of transmission, it doesn't look likely. Is it time for you to pull back from that target and from the $275 promise of cutting your power bills by 2025? Because that's just not going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't have ambition, you won't have achievement. And we have an ambition to take advantage of the transition that's there for renewable energy. How is it that Snowy 2.0 is not connected to the grid? What is the point of doing a massive project like that isn't plugged in? I mean, it's absurd, and we are having to deal with that.